Hi, this is Ajane Hines, and I'm presenting the paper titled A Comparison of the Effects of Three Genetically Modified Corn Varieties on Mammalian Health by Joel Minimus, Francis Rollier, Dominique Cellular, and Gilles Sofroni. The purpose of this paper is to assess the safety of genetically modified foods. There are already many genetically modified foods on the market, and many people do not know the effects of long-term use. It is necessary to have toxicological tests on mammals to see these long-term effects. This study is a comparative analysis of blood and organ system data from rats fed with commercialized genetically modified maize. The three genetically modified maize are NK603, MON810, MON86, and MON863, which are present in many of the foods and feed all over the world. NK603 has been modified to be tolerant to broad spectrum herbicides. And my MON810 and MON863 are engineered to be able to synthesize different Bt toxins that are used in insecticides. Methods used to conduct this experiment consisted of having young male and female rats. These rats were approximately 4 to 6 weeks years old and of the Dolly albino strain. The groupings were male versus female. On each, both males and females were separated based off of which maize that they were fed. So for each maize, there were different groupings of rats. Each group had 10 rats in it, and then they also had a control group that was fed normal maize. At the beginning of the experiment, the blood and urine was taken to be tested for different biochemical and weight parameters. And then after 5 to 14 weeks, they were also weighed and taken again. The study went on for a 90-day period. From the data, it was reported that there were indications of toxicity in rats that were fed MON863 GM maize for 90 days. For NK603, it showed that males are more sensitive than female to show physiological disturbances when fed that particular maize. In MON810, there were differences in the blood samples that were taken and spleen weight over time. In the blood, it's shown that it was a higher amount of urea nitrogen, and when the spleen was weighed again, the spleen weight actually went up. And MON863 male rats seem to be more sensitive to kidney disturbances when fed higher doses opposed to females. In conclusion, the major findings from this paper was that genetically modified maize could induce a state of hyperterrenal toxicity, which is pretty much major liver damage. And this can be due to the new pesticides that are present for each type of genetically modified maize.